right there.
I'm gonna take it. I had it
Okay.
on my table, my kitchen table. I looked at
There's
it
always one here,
and I
so,
left it and I thought, well, thank goodness I know it's gonna be there.
yep. We're always prepared. Thank you so much for doing that. Carl.
Beautiful. There you go.
Oh, thank you. Summerstein. And last week
Yes,
for
last week for
Amichai,
Amichai.
Ben
It's just heartbreaking to look at my aunt's weekly posts.
Is it?
Yeah, just because she, she always does a beautiful Shabbat table. Like, that's what she loves to do.
Well, Adam is still next
And-
week, okay.
And so she's still doing this, just like this gorgeous, it's almost like a shrine, the way that she creates it for every single Shabbat, and she said, I'm having to learn a new vocabulary. My new vocabulary is widow in a black dress kind of thing, It's just very heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But she will do okay. She's always been a very independent woman, so as much as she adored my uncle and they were attached at the hip in Israel, like she would travel the world, right, without him. That was no problem.
Uh-huh.
So I
So
know
she's
that
independent.
I know that
She'll be
ultimately
okay.
She'll be okay.
But right after a loved one dies,
Yeah,
there's,
it's just horrible.
if you want anything to put a smile on your face,
Yeah.
there's just an email from Jordan saying how much she loved being here tonight
Aww. That's so sweet.
and asking questions about grape juice and candles, which hopefully isn't so
Hopefully by
far
next
off
month,
doing things
we
like
might
that.
be there,
Yeah, just
And if
don't
not, by
know.
January, hopefully.
Oh, I had a discussion with Barry Megan today about the Mordechai and like that thing for May, that program
Oh.
with the artist and comedy stuff.
Oh, right. Okay.
And he's really excited. He is a
Sweet.
meeting with Andrew Davies on Tuesday where they're going to chat about it. And he's like, there actually is a possibility Mordechai can go to you.
Wow.
It's like, I don't know, but he's doing really well. Like, he went through all these cancer treatments. And Barry's like, he's actually doing really well now. He might be able to. He's 85 years old.
I know. That would be incredible.
So he said, I'm not making any promises.
Right.
He's nervous. I was like, we totally understand that. He's like, but there is a possibility.
Good.
How cool could that be if
That'd
that
be really
happens?
awesome. That'd be so awesome.
Yeah.
If it could actually come.
So, I managed to get a lot done this afternoon.
Yeah.
My list is just like 2 miles long.
That's how I felt this morning. Like, I came in like right after dropping Zoe off. So nobody was here and I was able to get the service slides done.
was here, but you didn't know I was here.
Were you?
I
Like
I've been
7:30
here.
this morning?
Oh, no, I wasn't here.
No, I was
Oh,
here.
you were here this morning.
Really early.
Oh, thinking of this afternoon.
No.
Hello, Laura. Hi, Frank. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Hello.
Are you guys going to be lighting candles tonight? Laura, Keith, Adam, are you guys going to be lighting candles tonight? You're muted, so I can't actually hear you. Oh, there. Now you're unmuted. Laura, can you hear me? Laura, can you hear me?
Ooh.
Yeah? That's too loud? Okay. Are you guys going to be lighting candles tonight? No? Okay, you don't need to.
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. We spoke to Cantor about it, and he said you guys would light them on that end, but we did want to say the prayer.
Oh, okay, that's what I meant. That's perfect.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
great.
Thank you. We got to get Adam Poonam in there. Face. Shana Poonam means beautiful face. That's what Poppy always used to call you. Shana Poonam. Is that going to hurt you?
No.
Then Adam's in there too.
Okay, but you can practice with me.
Oh, look at them.
They're all good. They're practicing. They're perfect.
They're awesome. Laura, you look fabulous.
Yeah.
She really looks good.
Yeah, it's great.
Awesome.
Very exciting this weekend.
Oh my goodness, thank God. And by the way, he was spectacular yesterday.
Good.
Spectacular. So proud of him. Nervous, but
You got
spectacular.
fancy with the slides into Michalovka this week.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I can't even remember what I did. What did I do? Now I have to see. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
I like it.
Like, what slide did I do? I can't remember anymore.
Very simple.
Yeah. And I actually, the readings that I put in there for Mary Rabbi and and before Hamocha are all directly out of our family Shabbat booklet. Because
Nice. Yeah.
it's like I was
We haven't
here,
done
I'm
that
like,
in
I'm
so
gonna go
long.
Grab the booklet and see what we typically used to read.
Yeah.
It's nice to put those in.
Be so nice when we can actually have families in here. We're getting there. We're getting closer.
Almost there. So excited.
Tomorrow my kids get their vaccinations.
Yay.
I'm so excited.
So excited for them. Who was I talking to today that said that they've got an appointment for next week?
There's a bunch of people
Yeah.
who have already gotten or who are about to. It's wonderful.
It is wonderful.
Hi, Brian. Hi, Terry. Good to see you both. Shabbat Shalom.
Oh, wow.
Shabbat Shalom. Hello, Cantor.
It's so good to see you. Oh, my hair is a mess.
You look fine. Okay, we'll get started in just a few minutes.
Yeah, after we get all of the in-person people out of that lobby. But we do open the doors in the sanctuary.
Wow, I have a million things open on my computer.
Oh.
There we go.
course,
good
it's
to
always
see
the
you
one you
guys.
want, right? Always the one you want.
That's a reopening task force decision.
Yeah, that's
Until reopening task force says okay, we have to follow the rules. I look forward to the day that they do say, go
Me
for
too.
it. Hello, Shabbat Shalom.
Yay.
Yeah, no, I know. You don't make up the rules, we listen.
Ah.
Mine get it tomorrow. Exactly. Some kind of reward.
Ooh.
We have 1 whole minute.
Ooh, we have 1 whole minute. We do. I see it. I see it on my screen. Shabbat Shalom, everyone that's joining us on Zoom. So good to see you all. Oh, my goodness. So lovely to see all these faces. Tovu matnayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu matnayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu matnayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
And truly how wonderful it is for all of us to be together. All of us who are here in the sanctuary, all 7 of us, right? All of us who are here online. We might not be able to see everyone who's here participating in services, but I think we can feel the presence of one another, and every single person who comes makes this a little bit more sacred, more special for having been here. So we are going to welcome in Shabbat by lighting our candles. And we happen to have a few people online who are going to be offering the prayers for us, a really special family who are celebrating a wonderful simcha this weekend. Adam Small is going to become bar mitzvah tomorrow, and we are all just so excited of everything that he's done and everything that he has yet to do. And so Laura and Keith and Adam are going to lead us in this blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much. And we continue by singing some songs of Kabbalat Shabbat, welcoming in this holy day.
Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, chiri biri biri bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Shiri, biri, biri, bim. Bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bim. Ma yafeh hayom, what makes this day so beautiful? Shabbat shalom, the peacefulness of Shabbat. Ma yafeh hayom, ma yafeh Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom Mevorach, Shabbat Shalom Mevorach, Shabbat Shalom Mevorach. ונתחזק, חזק, חזק, ונתחזק, be strong, and we will be strengthened. חזק, חזק, ונתחזק. Candles burn in the window every Friday night. Listen close and look within. Part of our lives, we're singing together joyfully, passing love along. Shabbat keeps our family, week by week, we're growing strong. Chazak, chazak, v'nitchazek, chazak, chazak, v'nitchazek. Be strong, and we will be strengthened. Chazak, chazak, חזק חזק ונתחזק לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבה שבת שלום שבת שלום שבת שלום ומבורך שבת שלום שבת שלום שבת שלום ומבורך. Shabbat shalom.
Yeah, now that we have offered our Kabbalat Shabbat, now that we have lit our candles and we welcomed in this special day of rest, we also can welcome one another and greet one another. So I invite everyone here to send some virtual hugs, or not virtual, but distant hugs. And for everyone online to be able to reach out to new friends and friends who perhaps we've known for a long time, to wish one another a Shabbat Shalom, because truly every one of you is a blessing, and we feel truly blessed to be in the presence of everyone who is here tonight. As we do that, as we send these messages to one another, let us prepare ourselves for the call to worship, the Baruch Hu, and I invite you to rise in body or in spirit as we offer our prayer.
Ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening? My prayer. Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Your world is like a puzzle, God, and all the pieces fit together. The sun lights up the earth by day, moon and stars glow at night. Icy winds make us shiver in winter. Gentle winds cool us in summer. Red and brown leaves crunch beneath us in fall. Flowers smell sweet in the spring. Your world is like a puzzle, God, and all the pieces fit together. We thank God for the world around us. God is everywhere, and God is one. We thank God for the sun and the stars. God is everywhere, and God is one. We thank God for giving us Torah. God is everywhere, and God is one. We thank God for family and friends. God is everywhere, and God is one. When we say Shema, we are saying God is everywhere, and God is one. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Blessed are you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. And we join together in the Shema with our eyes closed, with sign language, with saying the words of our hearts.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Adonai echad. Baruch Shem kevod malchuto. Leolam va'ed. You may be seated. Love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. And these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise. Bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be a symbol between your eyes. Write them on the doorposts of your house and upon your gates, and upon your gates. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise, when you rise, when you rise.
Long ago, the Jewish people were slaves in Egypt. You sent Moses to help our ancestors so they could go free to worship you. Still today, there are people who are not free. We pray that they will be set free. Then all who pray to you will sing like Moses, Miriam, and Aaron did.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot, osei tele, osei tele, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh.
There's a story perhaps we've heard a few times about a man who was in his house when a storm was approaching. And as the storm was approaching, the waters began to fall from the heavens, and they began to rise a little bit. And he was asked to leave the house, to leave town, to go and evacuate so that he could be in a place of safety. But he said, no. I'm going to stay right here. God's got my back. I'm cool. And he stayed in the house as the waters rose a little bit more, so he had to go to the second story of the house. And a boat came by and said, come on, get on, come in so that we can save you, so I can bring you to safety. And the guy said, no, God's got me. I'm cool. You can go. And the waters continued to rise, and he went onto the roof of the building, and a helicopter came down to try to rescue him. And he said, no, I'm good. You can go save someone else. And of course, the waters came and swallowed him, and he went to heaven and he went to God and said, God, why didn't you save me? And God said, what? I sent you an evacuation. I sent you a boat. I sent you a helicopter. Sometimes you got to help yourself. We're about to turn to the Hashkivenu prayer, the prayer where we ask God to look out for us, to protect us. And there's a reminder as we say this prayer that yes, sometimes God is there to hold our hand, to be there for us, to hold us. But sometimes we need to take that helicopter, we need to take that boat, and we need to help ourselves. And so recently, there was just news that children can finally receive vaccinations, children over the age of 5, not quite the younger ones yet. And I pray and I hope that many of us consider, if we have children who are in that age range, consider deeply about whether we want to have our children get on that raft, get on that helicopter, just to make sure that they are kept a little safer and that our community at large can move one step forward so that maybe all of us can be in the sanctuary one day and all of us can take off our face masks and just be here together in song and in prayer. We continue with our Hashkivenu prayer.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Leshalom, Leshalom Ve'ha'amidenu Shomreinu Lechayim Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shlomecha Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shlomecha Amen. Shelter us beneath your wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us daily wrong from right. Amen. 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 Amen, 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 amen.
We turn to our Amidah, where we offer the prayers of our heart, where we have moments to offer the prayers that have been passed down and moments for our own personal prayers. And I invite you to rise in body or in spirit.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agid tehilatecha. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zocher Chasdei Avot ve'imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Please take a few moments for your own personal meditations and prayers, and when you feel ready to do so, you may be seated.
שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום, כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל, בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
So the first Friday of every month is a Shabbat service that is a family service, and we look forward to when we can have children in here as well to truly give us that family experience for everyone. But in this service, instead of a sermon, we get to hear a Jewish story, and we know that so much of Jewish tradition is based in stories which teach morals, stories which show so much culture and values within our community. And so tonight I want to tell the story about the holy miser. There once was a man, his name was Moshe the miser, and he lived in a small town, a town where everyone knew everyone, and everyone knew Moshe. Now, Moshe was the wealthiest man in town, and yet whenever anyone came to him asking for help, he would always turn away. When the school was in desperate need of school books and other supplies, he turned away. When the synagogue had a huge leak and went to him and said, "Please, will you help?" he turned away. And when the rabbi himself went to Moshe and said, "There are people in our community that are in such need, will you please help?" again, he turned away. And so when Moshe died on a Monday, the community was called together to go to his funeral, and the community, by and large, turned away. At the funeral, the only people who were present were the rabbi and the undertaker. And they stood there, they offered prayers, they offered some reminiscences of Moshe, and then they too turned away. But when the rabbi came home from the service, a few strange things started to happen. As he came home that Monday, because funerals happened very quickly, as he came home that Monday, he found that there was a man at his doorstep. It was a man who had a wife who was very ill. And the man said, "Rabbi, I have a problem. 10 years ago, when my wife became very ill, I had to stop working in order to take care of her. I went to Moshe, the miser, that day, and I asked him if he would help, and he turned away. But the next Monday, there was a bag with some coins in it, just enough to buy food and supplies and the medicine that my wife needed. And for the past 10 years, every single Monday, there has been a bag filled with coins on my doorstep that I grew to rely on. Well, this day, there was no bag on my doorstep. Rabbi, will you help me?" And the next day, on Tuesday, something else happened. On Tuesday, the schoolmaster came to the rabbi and said, "Rabbi, every Tuesday for the last 12 years, there has been a bag with something that my school or my students needed. Sometimes it was a coat for a child who needed one. Sometimes it was school supplies. Sometimes it was a treat for all the students. Sometimes it was extra books for students who loved to read. Every single Tuesday, there was something at the school, but today there was no bag." Now, on Wednesday, there was yet another story. A woman who had become a widow came and said, "Every Wednesday, I've received coal in order to keep my home warm. For the past 15 years, there's been a bag on my doorstep every single Wednesday that I could rely on. But there was no bag today." On Thursday, there was a bakery, and the person who ran the bakery said, "Every Thursday I received a bag full of coins and a list of people that I should be delivering chalot to for Shabbat. But today there was no bag of coins, there was no list. Rabbi, who are the people who I should be delivering chalot to?" And then finally on Friday, the person who took care of the shul said that every Friday there had been supplies that were dropped off at the shul for candles, for wine, for challah, for anyone in the community who was not able to purchase them for themselves. And of course, this Friday, that hadn't happened. Now, of course, by the time Shabbat rolled around, the rabbi figured out what had been going on this entire time, that Moshe was not such a miser after all. Moshe had been helping all of these people, and yet none of them knew that it was him. Well, the community came together that Shabbat and said, "What shall be done? We didn't give this man a funeral that was befitting the good person who he was." And so they got together again and they had a second funeral where they shared stories and they uplifted him and said what a generous man he truly was. That night, that Sunday night after the second funeral, that night the rabbi had a dream. And in the dream, Moshe came to him. And the rabbi said to him, "I am so sorry. I am so sorry that your funeral wasn't one that you deserved. We had no idea of what a generous and giving man you were. We had no idea." And Moshe had a big smile on his face and said, "Of course you didn't have any idea. I didn't want you to. I didn't want anyone in this world to feel that they ever needed to repay me. Doing these good deeds gave me great joy. It filled my heart." And the rabbi said, "I understand." But Moshe said, "I have one thing that I need to ask of you, Rabbi." And the rabbi said, "Okay, what is it? Well, what is it that you need?" And he said, "I want you to go to my house and go under my bed. And you'll find under my bed many, many coins, all of my wealth, and I want you to continue my work, to continue giving to people in the community the same way that I did all of my life." And the rabbi said, yes, of course. "But can you answer one question for me?" And Moshe said, "Okay." And the rabbi asked, "What is it like in heaven?" Moshe said, "Well, God cares for every soul. God is there, and everyone is happy, and everyone has what they need. It's almost perfect." "Almost perfect?" the rabbi said. "It sounds pretty perfect to me." And Moshe said, "Almost perfect, because I have no way of giving the same way that I was giving my entire life. Everyone has what they need. And you, Rabbi, by continuing my work, enable me to continue to give back to the community, and you can make my existence that much more perfect in doing so." What's the moral of the story? Well, I think there's a few of them. One is never judge a book by its cover, right? Moshe, no one knew who he truly was. And they thought that he was a terrible person, but here he had done all these good deeds his entire life, right? And so sometimes we don't know what's really going on with people, and what would it be like if we gave people the benefit of the doubt, if no matter what, we gave everyone a funeral that was befitting a person of honor? And the second piece is to never take for granted the joy of being able to be there for other people, just how much goodness that brings to others' lives and to ours as well. May we continue to act out the teachings in this story, Ken Yehi Ratzon. May this be God's will. We also offer a prayer right now for people in our community, people in our hearts, people in our world who are in need of any kind of healing, be it healing of mind, healing of body, or healing of spirit. And for everyone who's online, everyone who's on Facebook, everyone who's on YouTube, I invite you to write the names into the chat of anyone who you would like to offer this blessing for this evening. And I'd also like to go around the room here so that everyone who's present can have an opportunity to say aloud the names of anyone for whom you'd like to offer this prayer.
Carol Zeifman, Robin Gregson, Laura Small, Pat Wade.
And I see there's more names in the chat as well of Mitch Rosen, Pat Wade, Laura Small, Marty Spiegel, Jason Takara, Sam Morris, Marty Freed, Laura Small, Susan Brooks, Pat Wade, Jack Silverberg, Esther Malkalea, Barbara, Mickey and Pat, Shira, Abigail, Jennifer Hamburg, Roski, Lenore Malin, and everyone else who we hold in our heart, may they find a complete and speedy recovery.
May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi shebeirach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofeh HaCholim. Blessed are you, God, whose healing presence is with all of those in need. And let us all say, Amen.
Amen. Tonight, in addition to being Shabbat, and just a wonderful Shabbat at that, because it's Adam Small's bar mitzvah this weekend, it is also another Jewish holiday. I know, there's so many Jewish holidays that it's hard to find a day where there isn't one, right? But there's a dual Jewish holiday today. It's not only Shabbat, but it's also Rosh Chodesh. Rosh Chodesh Kislev, meaning Hanukkah is around the corner. And so whenever there's Rosh Chodesh, there's actually a special blessing for this new month that we are beginning. You can find it in your prayer book on page 379 if you happen to have one handy. If not, that's okay, I'm going to offer it for you. Yehi ratzon milfanecha, Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'yimotenu, Sher chadesh aleinu et hachodesh hazeh, l'tova v'livracha. Our God and God of our ancestors, may this new month bring us goodness and blessing. May we have long life, peace, and prosperity, a life by love of Torah and reverence for the divine, a life in which the longings of our heart are fulfilled for good. Rosh Chodesh Kislev, Hu Hayom, the new month of Kislev begins today. We hope this month is filled with healing and great things and wonderful opportunities ahead. We also pause as we come toward the end of our service to remember people who are no longer with us, but who undoubtedly brought blessing to this world and to our lives. Today we are mourning the recent deaths of Trinity Donius, of Carl Muchnick, of Linda Lester, of Adam Summerstein, and Amichai Ben David. We're also observing the yahrzeits of Susan Adams, Maurice Ben Coyle, Shirley Berg, Bessie Blond, James Bronner, Marquetta Kolb, Lucy Adamski, Martina DeCarli, Joseph Friedman, Leon Gainan, Nathan Gakowski, Donald Ginsberg, Benjamin Goldheisch, Harry Greengard, Myron Griesdorf, Hannah Grossman, Tony Grunbaum, Rebecca Hodes, Irv Kahn, Myron Karen, Marion Karp, Jack Katanek, Isadore Catlove, Ellis Abraham Kay, Harriet Korn, Murray Levy, Louis London, Edward Mullen, Beulah Moore, John Reisman, Ephraim Rosenberg, Harry Rosenthal, Jacob Rosenthal, Rosa Rosenthal, William Rubenstein, Seymour Smoller, Joyce Stolbark, Nancy Faye Waterman, Harold Weingarten, George Welsh, Sidney Weiner, Neil Zaffron, and Carrie Zamost. I invite you to rise along with mourners in body or in spirit. Oh, and it's also Elaine Sunshine's yard site as well. Thank you for putting that into the chat. As we offer this prayer of memory, the mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ve'amad divrach chirotei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayachon v'yomechon, uv'chayei d'kol beit Yisrael, ba'gala u'bizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam olamei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitzhadar v'yitzalev v'yitzhalal shemei dekudasha b'richu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechamata. Damiram v'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru. Amen. Zichrono livracha, may all of their memories be a blessing. And together let us say, Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, imru, amen. Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel.
Before we end services, I just became aware, and you may be seated, absolutely, you may be seated. I just became aware that there is an awesome girl who's been hanging out hoping for her birthday blessing. And we're doing birthday blessings as a congregation next week. But I can't go without offering Arya her special birthday blessing. So I'm going to do that just for you, okay? Adonai, ruler of the universe, Mishaberach avotenu v'yemotenu, just as God has blessed our mothers and our fathers, may God bless you, Arya, as you celebrate your birthday. And how old are you? You can put up fingers. How old are you? 6? That's what I thought. 6 is a pretty awesome number. May this year be for you a year of adventures and a year of fun, and opportunities to learn and to grow and to celebrate so many wonderful things. May you know that you are special, that the day that you were born is the day that God decided the world simply couldn't exist without you. May this day be for you a day full of so much joy. And together, let us all say, Amen.
Amen.
We also can't close out services tonight without inviting up Linda to offer a few announcements on behalf of the board. Thank you so much, Linda, for being here.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. I'm
Shabbat
so
shalom.
pleased to be here tonight representing the Board of Directors. I would like to wish a hearty mazel tov to Adam Small and his family on his upcoming bar mitzvah tomorrow morning. Adam, your Temple Beth El family is very proud of you and your commitment and dedication to your Jewish learning. I'd like to take a few moments and to share some upcoming services and programs with you, but before I do, I just would like to encourage everybody out there. This is a hybrid service, and I would encourage you to come down. There's just a few of us here. Really, I think I counted 9. So if you come, you don't really need to be worried about sitting next to somebody. You'll have the joy of this beautiful place and the beautiful music that we have, and that we're just, it's such a joy to listen to. So I do urge you to come down. I've come last Friday and this Friday through the fog. So join me next Friday maybe. Anyway, getting on to why I'm really here. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. you are invited to join Adam virtually for our Shabbat morning service, as he is called to the Torah as a bar mitzvah. Tomorrow at 5 p.m., please join Pam Tarlow virtually for a half-hour meditation practice to soothe and refresh your soul. Tomorrow at 7 p.m., we will gather together as a community as Rabbi Cassi leads our virtual Havdalah service, marking the end of Shabbat and ushering in the next week. This Sunday at 2 p.m., you are invited to join our virtual Artist Beit Midrash program with special artist Vicky Reichs-Fox. And lastly, this is your final choice to join the Musar class, which is beginning this Monday evening virtually at 6:30 p.m. This 12-week course on the teaching of Musar is taught by the wonderful chaplain Bonnie Leopold. The cost is $54 per person, and scholarships are available. Please contact Shoni in the finance office to get signed up. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Thank you. Thank you all for being here in person. For everyone who is online, we are going to open up some breakout rooms. Awesome. The Cantor's got it going. Thank you.
No, I'm saying that you've got to get it going.
Oh, I have to get
Yes,
it going.
exactly.
All right. I will get it
Sorry,
going
Rabbi.
in just a moment. But I invite you, please hang around. Grab your food if you haven't eaten yet. This way you can enjoy the fun of just being with other community members. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. And to all of you who are present in person, Shabbat shalom. Go and get some dinner yourselves. Why not?
Oh, and thank you, Barbara, for helping getting everyone in here, and you too, Marla.
Yes. Doo-doo-doo. Are we? We're no longer here, so it looks like
Maybe it's just lingering? That's
it's not even lingering here.
No, it might have sent it into a breakout.
Let me check. Yeah. Hi, baby.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's in a room.
Let me just make sure that we're no longer
Breakout room
streaming.
3.
Let me make sure we're no longer streaming. Yeah, we're not streaming anymore. We're good.